I got this high def camera, and it's funny because I don't have that much space back here, so I think I have to either put the screen closer to me or sit. I don't know what I'm gonna do, or pull this closer, maybe the monitor. It's gonna take a while to get the edges though. Anyways, how was everyone's weekend?
Good.
Good. Okay. So let's just jump right into it, I guess. How about we start with Dev?
Oh, sure. So starting with the app, the dev team for the app, they finished the refactoring they wanted to do to fetch data. So to fetch comments, posts, tracker stuff. And Alex released a new version on Friday. I tested that, but there were some problems. Okay. I saw the app crashing a little bit, but he sent another build, and I think that fixed the problem. One thing that is kind of scary after the refactoring is that I noticed the app was slower. I'm not sure if they needed to enable something for caching or something, but it wasn't very good. So I'm testing again. So I hope that's fixed. Good news that Artem was able to finish the search endpoint, and Hannah also sent the new design for the topic and lists, and they look much better. It's pretty good now.
The search. So, what do you mean the search?
No, because remember we asked her to send a new design for the topic.
Oh yeah.
Because we had the follow button and then the share. So she changed it. It looks much better now.
She put it on the scroll. I saw she put it on the scroll where the add comment is, but did she change anything else, like at the top of the screen?
Yeah, so at the top there are 3 dots where you can share, you can reply in quote. So you have 2 places where you can do that. And share and follow is now at the bottom of the screen, which I liked. So it's interesting.
Is that on the Zeppelin, or is that just, did she send it to the design?
She sent on the chat, so I'm not sure if she included on Zeppelin.
Okay, cool.
But I shared that with Alex, and I think he's working on that at this moment.
Awesome.
He also worked on some fixes that I asked. So there are a few things that were misaligned and needed some improvements. Be easy things to do. He did that.
So performance though, are we gonna, is there any way to measure that or to have any sort of?
No, that we don't even need to measure, man. It was really slow because one thing that I tested, for example, is sharing content. So I was sent a link on WhatsApp, then I clicked on that. It sent me back to the app, but it took a long time to open the thread. I thought it was not working.
Yeah.
But it was just really slow.
Okay.
So I'm gonna test again, see if on the next build he sends that's fixed.
Okay, cool. So anything with like the speed of the site, just browsing the site as well, is slower as well?
Browsing the site, I checked on analytics, and there was a good surprise. Looks like 3 days ago or 2, I'm not sure. The speed was like 2 seconds, 2.9 seconds.
Okay.
So that was pretty good. The problem I noticed on Muning this morning is that starting midnight today, we had lots of cache misses on Varnish.
Yeah.
So I asked Khalid to take a look there and see what's going on. Maybe it's the warm-up script doing something, or it's a bot. I don't know. So I asked him to take a look.
Yeah. Well, about 2 weeks ago, we had a lot of misses too, so it just could be that stage.
Yeah, exactly.
Every 2 weeks. Okay. And then, great.
On the site, we have a few things too. So on the site, we released the WSO media page.
Yep. I'm excited for that.
Yeah. So Andre did lots of new things there. So it looks pretty cool. Nathan is including more content. There was a problem with 4 videos that Andre unpublished, just so they don't look weird. But in general, I think things look pretty good.
Cool. Yeah, no, it looks cool. I think I noticed like the latest episode, Nathan, you put up there, episode 36, NFL to VP and investment banking. Yep. You were able to kind of get that screenshot or that that whatchamacallit, that icon up there, that thumbnail. Was that?
I put the subtitle in, and I believe it also generated something, but that wasn't intentional.
Yeah, I think Andre set it up that way, so that you would have something until we get the video and the thumbnail up.
Well, I'm actually doing the thumbnail when I do the podcast, so it would be useful to have an image upload section in that page, because I've started doing those earlier now, so I can actually do the thumbnail when we do the podcast, not the video.
Okay, cool. Andre or Zhao, can we add that into the podcast? Just because he's eventually going to have thumbnails for the podcast and video for the podcast. So, or does he have to now add another separate node for media? So remember, the podcasts get audio recorded, but they're also getting video recorded. They turn into videos. So you had said, let's just change the view and have the view pull in the podcast nodes, but then we need a video in there eventually.
No, that's fine, because then we can include a video feed for the podcast too.
Okay, to me, I think it's silly to have two separate content types. I understand the need of not wanting to pull over all the podcasts. It just seems silly because by the end they all become video. Do you know what I mean? They all become media.
There was a different feud for something there. I'm not sure if it was because for podcasts we didn't have industry. So that's we can do whatever we decide. We can make everything be media. That's fine. Just the things that usually we start like that. Okay, just one feud will be used for this type, and then we go and we keep adding things. So eventually we're gonna have something.
I just think it might be easier. It might be easier to. Yeah, I just think it might be easier to manage one content type. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. We're gonna change to media then.
Yeah, just so everything is under media. I know we've gone back and forth on this, and it allowed us to get WSO Media filled quickly. Pulling the view pulling in the podcast allowed it to fill it up really fast. The issues, I think Nathan had already put in a lot of the videos you see here on this. If you look on the page, it's a presence non-targeted private equity, and then we had that actually as a video already in there. So okay, well, anyways, yeah, if we could work on that to get it to be just, I think it's easier just to have it all media. This week we start recording the Monkey to Millions episodes, so that's exciting. That's gonna be coming. Probably start releasing that in early November, so we're gonna have a lot more content coming as well. And there's a couple other shows, or more like one other show that we're kind of experimenting with Isabella. I don't know if she's on right now, but so it'll be good. I think this is gonna fill up nicely. And I don't know if Andy's on, but Samantha or there might be something where we could release like almost like featured webinars in here, because we do have a show. We do have webinars as one of the drop downs. We could do like, the ones we cycle through every week or so. We could probably get those up here, and I think it'd be good to kind of feature those. But yeah, I'll talk to maybe Nathan can get those up at some point. We can get them access through Wistia and stuff. Okay, sorry, go ahead, Joe. I interrupted.
No, just saying that Andy sent an update on the chat because he was not going to be able to.
Yeah, I saw that. He basically newsletter is doing really well. Open rate close to 40%. LinkedIn is taking off in terms of engagement and all that stuff. So it's some really good social traction. Still very small compared to the overall organic search traffic, but it's heading in the right direction. So that's good to see. I don't know if Ria's on Instagram is doing really well. She's really kind of done well from where Liam left off. So that's good to see. She has the idea of potentially wanting to try out another campus ambassador program, but do it more locally in New York to try and see if she can get higher engagement with the college students.
What were your thoughts on that, Patrick? Because like Andy said that last time, it just wasn't very.
It's not. It tends to be like like you said, like chasing a lot of people without it being, for very little work. it tends to be this, you get what you pay for, right? And if you're just giving like some perks and trying to get college kids to help you do stuff, it's not necessarily going to do well. But if someone's there, like on the ground, visiting and be more active, I don't see it hurting. Figure we can let her try, see how it goes.
Just a thought on that. I mean, wouldn't some sort of referral scheme be good? So for every member that you sign up who goes on to purchase a course or a mentorship hour or whatever, you get a 5% kickback or 10% kickback or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we could do that. I think we have we have affiliate links. It's very easy for us to do that. So I'll talk. I don't know if Ria wrote that in her presentation.
I didn't say anything about that.
It's mostly
just goodies, goodie bags, and
or you get courses. You get courses after you hit certain milestones and stuff. But yeah, we could throw in referrals up there as well, and for sure.
Did you see that Kaylee put that like with her school? They pass down the PDFs and they all share them.
Yeah, not surprising. We already know that.
No, not surprising. I know. It's just like I hate actually seeing it like being said. But, but I was thinking, I wonder with the online course if it will be more.
Much less.
Yeah. I mean, I know they can still download them, but with the LBO modeling courses in the Excel, they cannot, right?
Yeah, and it's just so much more.
Or it's just like not as easy to just like download
it and pass it along. There's so much more video content versus a PDF.
Right.
You can pass it, so it's very, very different. So I think that'll help. I think cannibalization from pirating and whatever has hurt us a lot more than we'd like to admit. Because it's just like natural in colleges, especially where people are like strapped. It's much more common. And people are like, oh, here, let's share it with a buddy or whatever. And that still happens with the financial modeling, but it's just much less, I think, because there's like stuff in terms of like tracking their progress with a formal LMS. That's a good thing about the LMS. Is people may not want to like give access to kind of mess up their progress and stuff. Mm-hmm. But anyways, what else is going on? So do you guys want to talk about support now? Or sorry, Deb, is that kind of a good summary for Deb?
Yeah, we have other things, but they are more technical, so not worth mentioning here.
LMS stuff, how's that going? Do you think? I think there's a couple like little things that we had, like we had lost the navigation and stuff like that, the download button icons.
That's all there already.
It's all there. Okay, cool. Okay. Support, Sam, do you want to talk about support or Ivy? Give a little update.
Yeah, so guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like resume reviews and mentor hour assignments have slowed down a little bit from what they were a few weeks ago.
Seems to be the case, yeah.
Yeah. And then other than that, I mean, I don't have anything. Everyone cleared out their tickets last week, so that was really awesome because they were starting to stack up a little.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what does it take to clear out the tickets? It just means going through. When you say clear out a ticket, can you explain? Like, so it means they've answered it, but like it hasn't been clicked resolved or something.
So like when the ticket first comes in, it's new, and so it's yellow. And then our metrics are calculated based on how quickly someone like instantly responds to that. Right. And so typically someone will go in and they'll respond to it, and they'll either assign it to themselves or like they'll leave it in general population. Either or, it's like kind of still everyone's responsibility to check all of them, no matter whose name is on it, because we're all segmented by time, not by, if we were all full-time, then sure, everyone's responsible for their own tickets, but because it's just based on time. So then if the user responds, it like kind of leaves the ticket as open and it just requires like another response. So the issue that I think that we're having is people are like grabbing tickets or assigning tickets to others, and then they're kind of either sitting, like either we need to follow up with the user, or we need to respond to the user, or we need to be checking in with Dev or Andy or somebody else to like get this person an answer that we haven't gotten yet. So it's just like making sure that the issue is resolved, whatever that requires, and then actually like closing out the ticket and marking it as resolved. So like sometimes people like grab a ticket and then it'll just like kind of sit, either requiring action or the user themselves didn't get back, in which case we either need to follow up with the user or just close it out.
Got it. Is there a standard thing of like if the user hasn't responded after is there a standard thing that happens? Like does Zendesk automatically send something like, hey, we haven't heard? Is there a way you can turn on some sort of automated response to them? Like I know when I'm like when I do a support ticket, if I haven't responded, after like 2 days, 3 days, it'll be like, hey, you haven't responded. I'll assume we're going to close this ticket in 24 hours. I assume that's an automated thing. Do you want to just
I haven't seen anything like that.
Because that would be awesome.
I mean, maybe it's a trigger.
That would be
It's
good.
not so much about waiting for the user's response. It's about our end. We need to be following up with people. And like in every shift, we need to be checking every single ticket. And if there's something that needs to be done on it, it needs to be done. Whether it's following up with Dev or Nan or you sometimes, Patrick.
And I get that. Maybe it's only 10% of tickets, but just having that taken care of would be nice. Just where you guys don't have to follow up remember to follow up every 2 days. It's just done automatically.
Right. And I mean, like, it's everyone. It's even me. Like, there are some things in here where, like, I have this one guy that wants answers to a question about a formula in one of the courses. And we just, like, I'm not responding because I don't know what to say. And I just haven't followed up with you to figure out how exactly we should manage that. So it's just, like, it's a bunch of little things, and it just requires attention every now and then. Well, I mean, consistently would be nice, but I understand, like, people get bogged down with other things.
Okay. Ivy, anything you want to share around that?
Oh, this is a different thing. Samantha requested last week to audit something for mentors database. So I checked with the mentors and resume reviewers to check if the jobs are done, and they actually forgot to bill us. So I sent the money, so that's done. I still have to wait for some reviewers to finalize if they're done with the job. So just take Samantha. I made the check, and I'm also doing the one for assigned. I still have to check that if that one is.
Ivy, you mean the job of where you're going out and seeing what jobs are outstanding?
Database, yeah.
Like who's left. Got it. Oh, to clear it out.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, I think like the main thing with that is like I just wanted to make sure that everybody that was listed there under mentor jobs actually has like. So, for example, Amanda Mock, she purchased like a 10-hour package. I don't know how long ago, but I'm looking in there now and I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I see 9 hours still in there. And I just want to make sure that she actually still has 9 hours.
Yeah,
because the goal here is that once this is like completely accurate and you're confident in it, I want someone in our team to reach out to every single one of these people and try and get them to use up those hours, because like some of them have been sitting in there since, I'm going down to the bottom, like July and even before that. So it would just be nice to like reach out to them and like prompt them and say, hey, I mean, some of them are in here from 2017, Tim Chen. I don't know if we want to reach out to him, but my point is just like to prompt them to like, you do want to use these hours? Can we set you up with a mentor? And then hopefully get them to kind of like use up some of those so we can clear some of these out. And then ideally they'll buy more in the future.
Actually, just the next on my list. I just finished that one on assigned, so that's.
Yeah, no worries. It's not an immediate rush, but I just want to make sure that these were accurate. And then somebody else, not you, I'll have like either myself or Nathan or Matt will do it. We'll reach out to them and start.
Ivy, can you share? Yeah. Ivy, can you share with me what's going on with like the certified users? Or I know we're super busy adding a lot of mentors, and that's keeping you busy. Is that what's taking up a lot of your time for most days?
Yeah, certified users.
Certified users and the new mentors, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a huge.
At least a certified user, it takes me 30 to 40 minutes. It would depend on how many users have registered for each day. Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's growing large. The community is getting larger. Yeah.
What's that?
We're having more users actually, so.
It's good.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, and then podcasts were a little behind since I was out last week. We have basically no backlog. I think we have like
0. We have one where we're waiting for him to give us some timestamps so we can edit it.
So
other than that, it's nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. So Sam, I think you reached out to some mentors, see if they wanted to be on the pod. Let's see here.
You get anyone to book this week?
I don't think I did. It's just troubling, right?
Because I had like at least 5 people say like 100% absolutely yes. And then I probably had like 2 more after that say like, oh, can you give me more information?
So I see one.
I have to prompt them.
I see one on the 24th.
Who is it? Do you know?
Richard Hill. But like that's it. I don't see any other. I'm looking here.
I blasted LinkedIn on Friday, so fingers crossed we get at least 1 or 2 from that in the next week or so. We'll see.
Okay. Yeah, it's just I'm worried that we're not going to be able to keep up our 2 a week right now. It's really dried up, which is surprising because we've been talking to tons of people. In terms of specifically like the outreach we did, Sam, remember a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
So,
Who did we blast? IB?
Yeah, IB. So
senior people, not even analysts.
Yeah, and there were a couple people that I was supposed to have a call with last week. Like on Tuesday, I was supposed to have 2, and I had 0. So I'll reach back out to them to see what happened there.
Because I just like sent the mentors your calendar on like Thursday, I think we should wait a little bit longer before following up with them. But maybe I'll check in with you like towards the end of the week and see if anyone else booked, and then if they haven't, check in.
Yeah, it'd be good to get like a day where I have like 4 or 5, just to catch up and build some backlog. But I don't know if we're gonna get there. So we may, I think for now, Nathan, until we have more, it'll just be a Thursday thing. We'll just stop doing the Sunday.
Okay.
For a little bit.
In terms of video as well, we've still got a bit of backlog there because I'm going to be publishing the behind the scenes videos.
Yep.
And we're up to date with Instagram. We're pretty much up to date with podcast videos. So yeah, for now it's just going to be a bit of a stream of the behind the scenes videos for a few days probably.
Okay. Cool.
This week.
Cool. And there's a tag for that on WSO Media as well. So
yeah,
you can just throw it up there.
Absolutely.
Anything else, guys? What am I forgetting?
A few more things about the app. I was checking here, and we have 1,300 installs on iPhone.
1,800. 1,800.
Oh, good. So this is probably wrong again. And I think around 300 on Android.
Yeah,
did you see that?
Over 2,000. Yep.
Okay, good. And the reviews are really good. So usually 5 stars, and we just got 1 4-star. And the guy was asking for search and borders around the funniest and most helpful that we already fixed. So the next version will have that. I already replied to that person.
Cool. Perfect. So yeah, I'm checking right now, see if it's updated for yesterday.
The version we have now for the iPhone that is available on test flight is pretty bad. So I'm gonna wait for the next one they sent to see how it looks, because right now it's not worth continuing testing.
Okay. In terms of what, it's buggy, or it just doesn't
buggy.
Work?
It's not opening some threads. It's slow, so
okay.
There's something wrong.
Yeah, no rush pushing that out because now we have a good number of people on it. So
yeah. Just when everything is fine, then we'll let you know.
Cool. Do we have the prompt to install the app now working on Android and on iOS?
No. We stopped that last week.
Okay.
Because the items we included on the page, the meta tags, they didn't work when you tested.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try a library. So instead of using the native function of the browser, we're gonna use some code to inject that if it's not showing up.
Okay. Cool. Anything else, guys, you want to share before we call it?
Family Office database.
Oh yeah.
I was just gonna give a quick Family Office database update. That is pretty much good to go. I've put it all through zero bounce. I've got the results into a single sheet, so now I'm just going to go ahead, separate those out,
awesome.
tidy it up, make it a bit more presentable, run it by you, Patrick, and then I think it should be good to go. So probably end of week, maybe. I mean, if there's any unforeseen issues, then maybe beginning of next week. But I think by the end of this week, it should be up.
Okay, cool. That's great. Good news. That'll be interesting because we have a lot of people kind of waiting on that iteration because there's a lot more contacts in this next round, right?
It's about another 3,500 at the moment.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot. Okay, cool.
Does anyone else? Go ahead,
sorry.
Joe.
No, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just feel like some mentors are still dropping the freaking ball. Like we just assigned one, not just assigned one, August 24th. We just got a complaint because someone was assigned on August 24th and they have yet to receive a draft.
Yeah, I've seen a few of those in the past month.
I had to like give a few refunds because of it. And now like there's one right now for Spencer that just came in, and Nathan followed up with him a few days ago, and it's still no progress. So is it just the new mentors?
Yeah, is it a pattern with new people, old people getting overwhelmed? What do you think? Is it something where, Ivy, I know we have those automated emails that go out to the mentors to keep reminding them, like in the first week or so, right? Or even even talking to the client, be like, how's it going? How's it going? So like we should be hearing about that much earlier. Sam, if you check the campaigns, I'm pretty sure we reach out to every single new client at least 3 times.
Yeah, we do.
3 times in the first like 10 days.
Right, we do. But this kid has complained before. And then Nathan followed up with the mentor, and the mentor apologized, and he still hasn't received anything.
Well, that's not good. Well, is it typically a good mentor?
I don't know. I don't know Spencer.
I don't know Spencer. I think he's new, but
he's new. Yeah.
He's new. Okay, well, that's a bad sign. Drop the internal rankings then, because like that's very bad. That's the worst possible thing you can do.
But this is consistently happening. I don't know if it's just him. I can't like think of another example. I just saw that one because it just came in. But like I think I mentioned this like 2 weeks ago as well, that we're seeing people complain because mentors aren't either getting them a draft or they're too busy
part of that. I think maybe with the new mentors, maybe we have to just be on them a little bit more for the first job, because they probably forget. I don't know. Maybe there's something we can do where it's like we use right inbox when we send them and they assign the job. We just send something 3 days later, be like, hey, just checking and making sure all's good here.
No, but Ivy does.
Ivy,
and they say, yeah, I reached out. Like she says, have you reached out to so-and-so? And they're like, yeah, I've reached out. And it's like, well, great that you reached out, but where the hell's the draft?
But you didn't BCC us, or they're not BCCing us, or CCing us.
I think they forget
quite often, especially the new mentors. Tricky because it's.
I think this is the growing pains of increasing the mentor team and trying to give new jobs to new mentors that aren't as polished about it or just don't get it, right? That's the challenge here. And so like I think it's part of the growing pains we have to go through. I mean, you can't do much more than just continually following up. I think if someone hasn't responded or delivered after this long a time, you offer a refund, but then you also you can basically try to get somebody else on it. You give the client the option, like, do you want a refund? We greatly apologize, or would you like someone else on it as a rush job, and we'll cover the cost.
That's a good idea, the rush job thing, because that's kind of what we do anyway. You know, if there's an issue with a mentor, they will come back to us and they'll say, hey, you know, this hasn't happened or whatever, and we'll say, okay, let's hook you up with someone else. And then if they ask for, I mean, this is my process anyway. And then if they actually ask for a refund, that's when that's when we go down that path. But until they've said those words, I'm still going to try and match them with another mentor, someone who I know is reliable, someone who I know will get it done first time, just to kind of clear the air a bit.
Yeah, so I think that it's tough because you don't really know until you start working with one of the mentors that are coming in how busy they are at that specific thing. I mean, they shouldn't take it. Maybe there should be a new warning in all the emails, like, do not accept this job unless you can deliver this. Something like that into the template.
But it says that in the email. It says, if you cannot like get this person a draft in X amount of hours, do not take the job. It just can't be any more clear.
I don't know, maybe bold, underline, highlight in yellow.
What if we always send like a job for new mentors and see if they deliver for us? Always the same thing. If they don't, just drop it.
Oh,
yeah,
I
but
see,
then
like
we
a standard.
$75 per
It's expensive.
test. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is it more expensive to test or to have
refund?
It's the same. It's the same.
Okay, so like I know we have a date in the mentor database of like when they were added, but like would this be incredibly difficult to like highlight anyone's name that was added in the last like 4 months?
No, I don't think that's hard, but why do we need that?
Well, because then when you're assigning, you know that you're assigning a mentor that's still, they might have an excellent review, but they're still somewhat like need to be watched, as opposed to like Song has an excellent review, but like you know that she's going to be legit.
Right. I don't know, like adding in this extra conditional formatting, the date's right there. Do you need that?
No one pays attention to that.
I do.
I do.
I do.
Okay, I guess I don't.
And no, I'm
Alright,
with you,
fine.
Samantha.
That's how
I don't.
I filter by like date, by added date, to know like when I need to add in internal rankings.
Yeah, but like when I'm assigning a job, I filter
Yeah.
by like, okay, who's our best mentor? And then I go through and I look at, okay, what industry are they in? How long have they been doing that? Like based on like age versus experience. The last thing I looked at is like the date that they were added. I mean, like most of the excellent people I know, but I don't know, it'd be nice like if there was almost like a flag to say, hey, FYI, this person might have an excellent score, but that doesn't mean that they're trustworthy.
I'm the same. I try and filter by experience and how much they can actually help the client as opposed to when they join WSO, because, you know, it could be that someone's been there for a month, but they're a VP at a massive organization that this person wants to work with. So I'll just go with that person without even looking at the date, because it's just important to get them the best match we can get them. At least that's how I see it.
Yeah, maybe in the future then.
But yeah, I'll keep an eye on that.
How do they deliver the content to the customer? To the client? Email. Would it be worth having something on the site where we could have kind of a workflow so we know if something is delayed or not?
I like do it through the system where they have to upload.
Yeah, but you don't want to make more friction.
That would be less, actually. It's the same thing. So they have to exit the site and upload a file. So if the file is not uploaded, then we can have a system like triggers. So, okay, it was delivered, fine. If it's not delivered, then we can get an email or a private message or whatever. We can have more control. That's what I mean.
Right.
Yeah, we could flag things faster, like potential problem areas faster.
Yeah.
Well, definitely something to consider in the future, especially if this continues to grow, because eventually it's just going to get a little out of hand.
Yeah, I don't think it's big enough to justify building an entire tool.
Right now. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, but if it's growing like that, then it would be worth thinking about a system, not just for that, but maybe for other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what exactly the metrics, but you guys know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it would make that you could build in the review system in there.
Mm-hmm.
So it goes directly into the profiles, stuff like that.
Yeah. And by the way, as we're talking about mentors, last week, Andre also included a search on the mentors page.
Oh, yeah.
It looks awesome.
Yeah. Have you guys, Andre, did you get a chance to see or hide the stuff when it's not showing up, or hide the... I'll just check it right now.
Sent a fix for that already.
Yeah, cool. Oh, yeah, I just checked it. So I just searched, for example, like oil, and it brought up 2 mentors that have oil in their public bios. I'll do mining. Yeah, this is really cool. Let me do... let me try out event-driven for like hedge funds. Yeah, this is really cool. So yeah, this is awesome. So 7 results. Okay, yeah, cool. I think the only thing I'd say for this is when we're not searching, like just on the home page, is it possible to the public bios? It just looks, maybe have Hana just pretty that up a little bit with the plus there. It just looks a little odd, like floating there.
Sorry, what the result when it's not the search result? That's
yeah. Let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
So like right here, this looks a little bit odd. Like it's the spacing's off and it has a public bio colon and then it's like there's nothing here. So it's not obvious to me. So like just cleaning this up. Like I understand it's to pull this in. And like now it's not centered because we included this. Like I don't even know, can we just hide it? And then when we search for something, it pulls it in?
We can.
Yeah, sure, we can.
Yeah,
because
I would just...
This field was not included into design, so I just added it by myself. So.
No, yeah, I understand. Yeah, I get it. And you need it on the page in order to be able to search it, right? With this thing. So you can keep it on the page just hidden, and that'll actually, because this is supposed to be just a summary view, and then when they go in here, they're supposed to be able to read the full thing.
Okay.
Yes, I think just hide it. Obviously keep it on the page so the search works. But yeah, guys, this is pretty awesome. If you look at like, let me see, do like restructuring like this. 11 results. Now I can see all 11 mentors that have worked in restructuring, which is really awesome. And it's pretty fast. And it's fast.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I think we can also improve the search field. So instead of using like having to press enter, we can have a timer that you can start typing, and then after a while, then we execute the search. Because sometimes if you just type restructuring and then you wait, nothing happens now. So
yeah, exactly. I added such behaviors that you mentioned at WSO media page. We have field text field also, so I can easily include the same behavior here. Okay.
Great.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm just testing it. It's pretty cool to be able to like dig down here and see this. So yeah, you could even type in bank names. Cool. Yeah, anything else, guys, that we should review? I know it's been a while since one of these. It's a longer one than usual.
I think we're good. I started putting LMS stuff into the trail card, and if anyone has extra time that they'd like to help me with the LMS, I would love to bring you on board.
We need some interns. We need more help.
I know. I need to reach out to them.
How's that going, Sam, in terms of the...
I haven't done it yet.
I know you said the behavioral is almost done. Yeah.
Yes, I worked on the weekend, and I knocked out quite a chunk yesterday and a little bit on Saturday morning. And so I have about 30 pages left of behavioral. There's a few things I want to run by you, and then I'm moving right over to PE. So the stuff that needs to be done.
You want to give everybody an update on Talent Oasis real quick, recruiting?
It's going well. We are I'm really putting a lot of my efforts into some Boston roles that we have, just because like they're really they really want to bring someone on board. And so because their intent is high, we're trying to meet the need. And we've already filled a role with them before. So trying to do that. Last week I did a bunch of invoicing. So hopefully we'll start seeing some revenue come in. And other than that, we have kind of a new pricing model that Patrick's been testing with a few recruiters. And rather than having us get a percentage of the placements that they make, it's going to be more subscription based. So if they want to post jobs with us, they just pay like an ongoing monthly subscription, and then we do sourcing.
And that's better for us because like we weren't closing a lot. They're giving us like tough jobs or the hardest jobs, and rather than just use us as a source, candidate source, and we actually collect some revenue than us having to wait for such lumpy potential down the road.
Right.
And we've
been working with recruiters for like at least 8 months now.
Yeah.
No, honestly, almost a year.
Yep.
Because we started working with Scott in like December.
And nothing with Will.
Year.
Still nothing with Will, right?
No.
Yeah. So.
But he's the most active. I mean, the thing is like
we'll
with some recruiters, they fall off the face of the earth. At least like Will is like consistently giving me updates on the current jobs that are going on, giving me updates on where they are with candidates, wants to be introduced to resumes I send over.
Right.
So like I feel more confident that eventually we'll get a placement with him. But for now, we're just keeping him on the standard pricing model that we had because the job flow is really great.
Yep. Okay. And then I think, Nathan, you've kind of started up again some of the biz dev on LinkedIn and stuff recently. So hopefully that'll get into more podcasts and some more potential jobs. Okay.
Yep.
Cool, guys.
There's a few positives there. I'll reach out to you actually a little bit later because I need to check who's booked and who hasn't, so I know who to get back to.
Perfect. All right, guys. Well, thank you for everything. If there's anything else, just shoot a message in the chat.
All right.
Cool.
Thanks, everybody. Talk soon.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.